Wagwan masses, Dapper here, and welcome back to 1AM Sports. Today we're going to do a game week 1 review of the Champions League. We had some surprise performances, some shocking results, and some that were expected. We're just going to go over game week 1. Still undecided if I'm going to do the Europa League, but without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first game that we saw yesterday was the Chelsea versus Dinamo Zagreb game, aka the Tuchel got the axe game. Tuchel finally had his full squad that he was trying to build over the summer after losing Rudiger and Christensen. He was able to bring in Koulibaly on the last day, bring in Fofana, lost Lukaku, lost Werner, was finally able to bring in Aubameyang. And this was the first time he had most of his squad available except for Conte through injury, and they lost the game 1-0. It was a surprising result, but they're on the road, and it's something that you can turn around with 5 games left and so early in the season. New owners did not see it that way, and he got fired on his 100th game with Chelsea. It's a surprising and honestly kind of a dumb move. You give your manager the whole summer to build a squad and then essentially give him one game in order to produce everything that you want. It's gonna be kind of interesting to see if they're able to bring in Graham Potter. I don't think Pochettino would be a smart move, but on my side, so let's see what they do. Moving on from there, the other early game that we saw was Dortmund versus Copenhagen. Easy stroll right there. Goes from Royce, Guerrero, and Bellingham. They cruised through as was expected. So just move on from there to the 3 o'clock games. We're going to start off with the less exciting games and then move to the highlight game. We had AC Milan versus RB Salzburg. Honestly, I thought between Leao, Giroud, and the squad that Milan had, especially coming off the Milan derby on the weekend, that they'd be able to take care of business. But Salzburg has been in the Champions League the last couple of years, produced some stars that have moved for some transfers, so it's not a team that should be underestimated, and they eked out a draw right there. So good game, good result, more to come from this group. The next result I want to talk about was the Shakhtar versus RB Leipzig game. That was a shocker for me. More so because of all the money that Leipzig spent than for how Shakhtar performed. Leipzig over the last couple of years have just been buying all the players, and that's even with the discount that they're getting from RB Salzburg. But they have a lot of money in that squad, and rightfully so. Tedesco got fired out of there. But Shakhtar again, that team that people seem to be underestimating, doing their thing. From there, you have the big defending champions taking on Celtic. Not gonna lie, first probably half, the first half of the game, and after Benzema got injured, it was looking a little worrying. It was really the atmosphere for Celtic and everything that Champions League coming back to that stadium brought. But second half, class show and took care of business. I think it was 30-something passes for the Hazard goal or something like that to top it off. So easy cruise for Real Madrid and on the way to go defend. Next from there is it's just unfortunate for Sevilla. 2 back-to-back demolitions in a row after losing for Barca on the weekend. You had ManCity come to town with Erling the Android Haaland, and he does what he's supposed to do. 2 goals in the net, matching who is turning into his rival. And ManCity cruised to a 4-0 victory. As every year now since Pep's been there, they're one of the favorites. Let's just see if they're able to get over that hoodoo with Haaland in there and take the trophy home. It's not something that I want, but we'll see. Next game, which is a smaller game, Benfica took on Maccabi Haifa. Benfica won. Don't know much about the teams, not gonna lie to you, but I expected Benfica to win, and that's what they did, so good for them. Last game, which was the highlight game, the the Hollywood game was PSG versus Juventus. Mbappe, as I mentioned earlier, put two in the net, matching Holland. They have this new, like, I feel like they're the new Messi Ronaldo rivalry that's getting pushed going forward. So he scored a brace as well. And then, things got nervy. It looked like another PSG bottle job again. But, even after McKenna scored and Juve gained some confidence, PSG was able to hold on for the 2-1 win. Again, it's not a team that I trust, but they have all the firepower in the world. And some of the moves that they were doing in the first half, man, I was just like, bro, this dude Mbappe can be freaking unstoppable. Like, it was beautiful to see. But that's really it for the first day. Now moving on to day 2. Starting off in the first game of day 2 of the Champions League, we had Ajax taking on Rangers. Again, been a while since Rangers has been in the Champions League. They actually beat PSV to get here, so I guess Ajax took revenge. They smacked them. And Ajax, after all the players that they lost and all the holdouts and I don't want to practice, I want this move, whatever. Look, still a phenomenal team, still phenomenally coached. They have a structure from owner all the way down to academies, and they're going to put up points. I don't know if they're going to come out of this group, but I don't see why not. And Rangers, welcome back to the big leagues. The next result was Sporting versus Frankfurt. Honestly thought this was going to be a closer game than it turned out to be. 3-0 on Sporting, and maybe I underestimated them, but they have that coach. I want to say his name was Alarim, but he's supposed to be the new Mourinho. He's the one that won that title for Sporting and brought them back kind of to this level. So we shall see how they perform and what they do going forward. But, to beat a very good Frankfurt team definitely is raising eyebrows. Like, okay, they're a lot better than people probably had them. Next result, which is kind of real surprising to me, was Leverkusen versus Club Brugge. Bruges is, I don't want to say they're not a good team, but there's no way they should have won this game. Leverkusen, though, they've had a mixed bag kind of start to the season. I thought this was the year they, not challenge. Let me not fool myself. But they have a good squad, so I didn't expect Bruges to beat them. But again, early first day jitters, I guess. Let's put it at that. Lost 1-0. They have the ability to come back from that. The drama game for the day was FC Porto versus Atletico Madrid. I was kind of keeping my eye on this game. It was in the corner, on the scoreboard. I wasn't really trying to watch that because it was 0-0 for so long. 90 minutes come, all the other games have ended, and this one's still going. And then, they get a goal. So Atletico's up 91st minute. I'm like, oh, okay, Atletico did the Atletico thing and steal a win. Nope. Penalty. 94th minute or 95th minute for Porto. Tie up thing, high emotion. We stole a point off Atletico. And what was it? 100th minute, I think so. Yeah, 100th minute. Griezmann header, stupid, like crazy. Mad scenes, Simeone running down. I'm surprised he didn't do the Ronaldo, but won the game 3 points. That's very important for them. Another cruise job by another power that we expect to be in the running in the semifinals or pushing towards winning. That's Bayern. Inter just no match for a oiled machine like Bayern. Defensively, probably a little bit more competitive in the midfield, but offensively, there's no way. There's just too much speed, too much quality there, and 2-0 cruise job versus one of the best teams in the Serie A. It just shows the difference in levels there. They are missing maybe one or two pieces. I guess Lukaku is a big piece, but there's still a good enough squad to have done something. And It just wasn't there, especially at home. I know that's disappointing for them. So that's 2 losses. They lost the Milan derby, and then they lost to Bayern. So not a good week for any Inter fans out there. Another big cruise job, which was expected. Barcelona beat up on Victoria Pleasant or whatever. This was an expected result. I didn't expect them to score, but Lewandowski came and showed that, hey, listen, Haaland and Mbappe, I know y'all scored braces, but I'm still, one of the kings of the game, one of the best forwards out there. And he smacked in a hat trick. And, the Golden Boot race is on right now in the Champions League. Waah, congratulations to him. Again, he has moved up now to officially 3rd all-time scoring in the Champions League. That's right above Benzema. Hopefully Benzema as well. I forgot to mention. Hopefully he comes back healthy and able to get him, Waah, Haaland, Mbappe kind of Golden Boot race going. I think that'd be real exciting. Another result to talk about. Not really a cruise job, but Tottenham versus Marseille. I call it the mini London derby because there's so many ex-Arsenal players on that Marseille team. Alexis Sanchez, Guendouzi, the left back, I can't remember his name. There's just a ton. Saliba used to play there. But Spurs took care of business again, keeping that clean sheet, keeping it tight at the back. And this time Richarlison's finally able to score. He definitely has scored and celebrated a couple times, especially on the weekend. Took his shirt off. No goal, sir. VAR'd off. But yeah, he's able to score a brace today. I don't know. Again, that's another thing I want to mention. I don't know what's going on with Son. Is he afraid of the competition? Is he falling off? Is Kane not giving him the same amount of through balls that he used to? I don't know, but he's now six games in, 7 games in, no goals. I think only 1 involvement. Oh no, man, that 12 million FPL pressure is getting to him. Maybe I don't know. But the last game we're gonna have to talk about, and the one I love the most, the game that I watched all of today, was Napoli taking on big bad Liverpool and the gang press. Wow, Liverpool fans, talk to me. What's going on? Look like that Man Utd beat the sense out of y'all. Anyways, let's keep it on the Champions League. But yes, Napoli, they took care of business. Osimhen and them Monday put 4 in Liverpool's net. Should have been 6 or 7, honestly. They missed a penalty. There's a 1-on-1 that Osimhen went around the keeper, passed it to the Georgian player. I can't remember his name. I should remember his name. He was really good. And he kicked it, and Van Dijk cleared it off the line. So between a penalty miss and that's 2 goals right there that should have been a given in any other scenario. And the 4 they scored. And then, Luis Diaz doing what Luis Diaz does. When all hope seems lost, Lucito is going to curl one in the net. But 4-1, not a great start to this campaign for them. Sooner or later, though, I'm looking, Salah's going to snap. He's going to pick up the pieces, but I don't know. Mane hole, sometimes, they never really miss you till you gone. They don't see how much that you're doing, how much that you've done that isn't highlighted in terms of Mane's running off the ball, his assisting, just the pressure that he creates in order for Salah to have more space, to have less attention, to get those one-on-ones, to look like he's a superstar. Now you have Luis Diaz, who kind of wants to play in the center. He doesn't play as wide as Mane does. So if he's playing in the center and Nunez and Firmino are playing in the center, Salah is stuck out wide, and I just feel like their team balance is off. Salah is having to play as a winger instead of a wing striker, and that's something they're going to have to figure out. On the flip side of that, defensively and in midfield, they have their injuries, but defensively, they don't look good. Part of that is the midfield, but Fabinho's there, so I don't know. Klopp gonna have to figure it out. I mean, he lucky he's not coaching Chelsea, or he'd be out of there. But I'll leave that alone. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I'll say my question this week will be: do Liverpool win the group? Let's not say anything crazy like are they gonna make it out? Do they win the group? Drop that in the comment section below. Again, like, subscribe, share. Follow us on IG. We have a Twitter page on as well. I don't really use it like that, but interact if you'd like. Let me know your thoughts, or if you have any ideas for future videos. Drop that in the comment section again. Thank you for all your support. This has been Dappa, One Name Sports. Peace.